Hey everyone, what's up? So this is my Majin Vegeta PCB badge or PCB art. Actually, I'm not sure what to call this thing that I made. It's basically a blinky board powered by an ATtiny13 microcontroller. 12 LEDs constantly fade in and fade out in this setup with the help of 8205S MOSFET driver IC. In a nutshell, it's an over-engineered blinky board with lots of LEDs and an anime character printed on the top sill screen. Pretty sick, right? I'm going to show you guys how I made this blinky board in few easy steps. Also, do check out this project's page for more details like code, PCB files and other stuff. So let's get started. So recently, I've been making these cool looking PCB badges of nerdy stuff from movies and anime. For example, I made a Goku badge in which the famous character Goku is doing his Kamehameha Chi Blast attack. So I added LEDs in the Kamehameha's place and drive those LEDs in a chasing sequence to create an illusion of Kamehameha. Now after creating that Goku badge, I had an idea of making a similar Vegeta badge, as he's my favorite character from Dragon Ball Z. The idea of mixing anime with electronics is not exactly new, but for me, it's a new thing. I first searched around the internet for an easy to make image of Vegeta, and I found this Majin Vegeta image which looks really badass. In order to import this image into my PCBCAD software, I had to convert it into a black and white image first, and then into a BMP image, because my OrCAD PCB editor only import BMP images. But after this, I added the BMP image of Vegeta in the top sill screen part of the board. After this, I prepared a basic electronic setup which include an ATtiny13 controlling a MOSFET IC which was an 8205S N-channel dual MOSFET IC. This MOSFET IC is driving 12 red LEDs. Here's the schematic of this project. After finalizing the schematic, I then uploaded its netlist and prepared the PCB with it. Next, we place all the components around the logo. Then we connect tracks and do the general thing which is required in a PCB designing process, which is to connect tracks one by one. Then we have to import the Gerber data and our PCB making process is completed. After making sure that everything is fine, we send it to any PCB manufacturer, like in my case I send the Gerber data to PCB wafer samples. I will be using a white PCB solder mask color with a black sill screen. Why? Because it looks like a manga panel, and also white PCBs look great with black sill screen. To get the PCBs ready, I send the Gerber data to PCB wafer samples. I received PCBs in a week and the PCBs were nice as expected. I really like the quality of the white solder mask. It was also a tough job as the sill screen that I have laid out on this board was not completely symmetrical, but PCBWay did an excellent job of manufacturing this PCB with no error whatsoever. Check out PCBWay for getting great PCB service at a less cost. By the way, yes, I have included that famous line in this PCB. It's over 9,000.
It's over 9,000! What, 9,000?
Assembly process of this badge include 4 different processes, which are solder paste dispensing, pick and place process, hot plate reflow process, and adding THT components. This is the code that I've used in this project. It's a switch based sketch that have few modes in it. On the first button press, LED will start their fading sequence. On the second tap, LED will stay in the high mode. And on the third tap, LED will turn off. Then this whole process will loop. As for the flashing process, we cannot directly program ATtiny13 through any USB. I mean, there's a method for programming the ATtiny straight from the USB port, but I'm not doing that. Instead, I'll be using the ISP flashing method, which will utilize the SPI pin of the ATtiny13 to burn the bootloader in it and then flash it. Connect the board to the Arduino as ISP setup in the above wiring configuration. Choose the right port, choose the right programmer, which is Arduino as ISP, and hit burn bootloader. Wait for few seconds and you will get the done burning bootloader message. Now open the sketch that you want to upload to this ATtiny13. Go to the sketch menu and select upload using programmer. And your sketch will get uploaded onto the ATtiny13. Now this PCB itself cannot be mounted anywhere. So I designed a wall mounting frame for it. For designing the frame, I used Fusion 360. I first took the measurement of the PCB and the THT component location and their size, so I could model the PCB first. Then I designed a base frame around the PCB that I have modeled. In the end, I exported its mesh file and then 3D printed it on my Ender 3 with black PLA at 10% infill with a 0.5 mm nozzle. I used 3 truss head 2.8 mm screws to mount the PCB onto the 3D printed frame, and the project was completed. This PCB badge or frame is working nicely. Fading is working and the normal on-off feature is also working as well. And I am pretty happy with its overall result. With the 3D printed frame, I mounted this setup on a wall with 2 nails. Now, I made a mistake in this PCB. I forgot to add a connection between the negative terminal of 2 LEDs to the drain of MOSFET. Because of this, 2 LEDs didn't turn on. Solution here was simple. I just added a small wire to both of these LEDs negative terminal and connect them with the nearby drain line. This problem will be corrected in the revision 2 of this project. Anyways, comment if you need any help. Special thanks to PCBWay for supporting this project. Check them out if you need great PCB service at a less cost. Hit that subscribe button and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.